name's Mads, and this is my first video, so if somehow some of you have managed to find it, nice work, bro, like that's impressive. I'd appreciate you sticking around, that'd be nice. You can tell it's my first video because I left the bloody barbecue pot in the corner. I am absolutely disgusted with myself, and I am so sorry, guys. I do move it eventually. Comment below how long you think it's going to take me to notice that, because Jesus Christ, far too long. But I'm just here to chat shit and make shit. So if that sounds like fun, stay and listen to the sound of my voice and my opinions on this situation, because I've got many. The actual reason that I decided I wanted to start a YouTube channel, well, it's not the only reason, but what helped me decide what kind of channel I was going to make was finding Creepshow's channel, was finding Shannon's channel. I've been on YouTube as long as YouTube has existed, and I have wanted to make a channel for a super long time. I even went to study film at uni with the idea in the back of my head, like, oh, once I've got these skills, I'll be able to start a super high quality YouTube channel, you know? Which is a stupid reason to go to uni, but we'll let that go. So, you know, I've been on YouTube for ages, and I already watched a shit ton of art content like Jazza, Ethan Becker, who, oh my god, I could write do you know what, that might be a future video, is just a love letter to Ethan Becker, because that man, oh my god. Shmoxd, Currie Goat, Imawonder, Chloe Rose, Emily Artful, all of these incredibly talented artists, you know, were people that I followed and watched religiously, that I learned so much from. You know, that really inspired me, especially channels like Shmoxd and Currie Goat, where they do so much, you know. Shmoxd and Currie Goat are always making new shit and doing new shit, and that was something that was super inspiring to me. And I call myself a jack of all arts nowadays, inspired by people like Shmoxd and like Currie Goat, who just do a little bit of everything. So I had already watched tons of art content, but it wasn't until about a year ago that I found Shannon's channel. All those other people I spoke about before, they make videos about their art or to do with art in general, you know? Even if it's not necessarily here's how I made this piece, it's commentary on the art community or on art topics. And I don't feel qualified to teach anything. Like, there is no such thing as bad art. I want to say no such thing as bad art. There's art that doesn't meet its potential, but there is no such thing as bad art. My art isn't the best, it's not, you know, museum worthy, and I've never had any sort of formal training. So everything I've learned from those other people. Me trying to give you guys any information about how I make my art would just be me regurgitating their tips, and I would be doing it far worse. They would end up being no fucking use to any of you. So, you know, I can tell you how I do things, but there is not enough knowledge there for me to continue sharing that with you. It's just not sustainable or a good idea for me to do, because I'm just copying other people's content. I've learned it all from them, you know. So when I found Shannon's channel, I was like, oh, I can make videos of my art, because I wouldn't want to show my face on camera and talk about stuff. It's just not for me. But the idea that I could make videos, you know, I could film myself drawing, but then talk about a completely different topic that was just something I was interested in, you know. Personally, for me, I will most likely avoid drama content for the most part, but being able to talk about like all of these crazy different topics, but having, you know, this consistent art being in the background, which, you know, I'm already spend all of my time making art. So it just seemed perfect. And a year ago when I found Shannon's channel, I said to myself, now I'm finally gonna do it. I'm gonna start getting my shit together. I'm gonna start buying all the things that I need. I'm gonna get a tripod. I'm gonna get a ring light so it's all lit perfectly. I'm gonna know what I'm doing. I'm gonna get really great supplies, a nice sketchbook, and I'm gonna do this properly. And yeah, no, I never did it. You know what, once I actually did buy an art tablet, and I thought, yes, now I can screen record it so it's even less effort. I don't even have to have a camera and a ring light and all of those things. And my laptop is so shit, I couldn't even run it. So despite knowing what direction I wanted to go in, I was still putting it off. It happens. So what is the catalyst? Why am I doing this now? Why are you sat here listening to my voice, watching my art? What was the final straw? What was the straw that broke the camel's back that made me do this? It's the fucking shitty state of YouTube. It is the absolute atrocities and the vile content that is coming out at the moment. I've been on this platform for over 10 years. I have seen so many creators come and go. I have seen trends come and go, entire communities disappear into dust because they became less popular, you know. I've seen it all, and I don't think I can remember a time in YouTube's history where it was this toxic. I think HelloLeesh put it perfectly in a live stream the other day. I don't know the exact quote, but she said something along the lines of, "I've been wondering if YouTube is even a nice place anymore." And that really hit home for me when she said that, because I'd been thinking the same thing, you know, this person that I'd really looked up to and that had been the main inspiration for wanting to start a channel on this platform that I have used for the majority of my life. You know, I'm 23 years old and I've used this platform for over a decade. So the majority of my life, YouTube has been a part of it. And to have someone destroy that trust and that inspiration, it's really hard to deal with, you know. We will never experience the pain that the people close to Shannon felt. My God, we will never know how they feel, and I hope those people are doing okay. But it affects people in the community too, to be like, oh, this person I really trusted, and potentially, you know, some people's reason for getting out of bed in the morning because they thought she might upload, or people's reason for making art because she really inspired them. When that gets taken away, and not just by her leaving the platform, but by such awful behavior as well, it does make you think, is YouTube a nice place anymore? Is this a platform I want to be a part of? Do I want to keep, you know, I don't know what my life looks like without YouTube content in it, but maybe I don't want to be a creator anymore. And that's really sad, because one of the reasons I wanted to be a creator was because there are creators on this platform that have saved my life, genuinely, multiple times over, and they will probably never know it. But I'm sure there are so many people who watch YouTube on a regular basis who agree, who would say, yeah, there are multiple creators on this platform who I would argue have stopped me harming myself in the past. I actually feel like that channel that really helped me deserves a shout out. So it's Tagback TV. It's a gaming channel. He did loads of Animal Crossing content in like early 2020, live streams like literally almost every day. He also does these really cool astrophotography live streams. Like, he is so talented. Not only is he very entertaining and, you know, really wholesome and really cares for the community that he's built, he interacts so much and does so much for the members of his channel. Like, I don't think there's any channel on YouTube I know that creates as much members content as Tagback TV does. And also, like, the community themselves are wonderful. Like, I lived alone during the UK lockdowns, and I was living in a new city and I was working from home. So literally 24 hours a day, I didn't leave my house. I had my shopping literally delivered to me. I didn't go anywhere, do anything, see anyone, talk to anyone. And knowing that those live streams were going to be there in the evenings, and that there was going to be a group of people that I could talk to, content I could have on in the background that made me feel relaxed and safe, it was everything to me. It just took me out of the moment, and it made me feel safe. And I want, if there is any creators watching this, no matter how big or small you are, if you found this video and you're listening to me speak for some reason, please know that. I know that everybody, I'm sure YouTubers receive messages all the time like, you saved my life, but I want you to know like how real it is when people say that, because it's true. Even the smallest of channels will have saved so many more lives than they recognize they do, and it means so much to people. And I like I said, that's why this whole situation is so fucking sad, because this place of escape for people who don't really have anywhere else to go, no other people to turn to. I mean, take the lockdown situations out of it and just take people who don't have family and friends around, or who are stuck in abusive relationships. There are so many, or just going through something hard, struggling in school, getting bullied. It doesn't have to be that serious, but sometimes these small escapes just give people those moments where they don't hurt, and you don't realize how much those moments mean to people. I really want any YouTubers watching to know you make a difference, and I love you for that. That's why I'm making this video now, and that's why I want to do this. When the Creepshow situation blew up, I'm not going to rehash over it because there's already like 100,000 fucking videos on it, and I don't think I can listen to any more of it because it's just fucking disgusting. When it all came out, I was really deflated. I didn't know Shannon, obviously, why would I? But I can't imagine, you know, knowing how I felt about it and how shocked I was, I can't imagine how people like Ready to Glare, Repzilla, or even people like Hopeless Peaches, you know, because I know they've shut their channel down now, they aren't uploading, and which is so sad because I found their channel when all of this blew up, and it's sad to know now that I won't get to experience any new content from them. But yeah, so Ready to Glare, Repzilla, all of those people that were, Emily herself, you know, all of these people that went through this, that actually experienced this on a personal level, I'm sending you all the love in the world and all the positive and healing energy I can muster, because you deserve it, and I can imagine you need it right now. And I think I speak for the entire community when I say, you know, take the time that you need, and we'll be here for you when you get back. I think another reason it affected me so much, outside of, you know, Shannon being an inspiration for me, was because when I was younger, I was homeless. My family was homeless, and I really struggled with my mental health. And I think that's why she was such an inspiration to me, because she wasn't just a YouTuber who made art that was similar to mine and in a way that I could see myself doing it, but also that she'd been homeless and she'd really struggled with her mental health, and she was still this successful. And it was like, oh, if she can do it, maybe I can do it too. If she can screw a tripod to the table of a Starbucks, maybe I can do it. Maybe I just need more passion. I'm rambling, I'm going off topic. I have a script and I'm just completely ignoring it at this point. I'm just chatting shit into the microphone. But the point is, I know there's a lot of people in the community that feel the same way. And we're all aware that we will never feel the pain that people close to Shannon did. But I think it is okay to acknowledge if it caught you off guard and it has shocked you, that's a valid way to feel. You don't need to feel guilty for feeling pain about a situation you didn't necessarily have any personal stakes in. But now that we've been left with all of that pain and all of that frustration, you know, not community members and creators alike, what do we do with it? Where do we put that? Because I feel like every time I see YouTube in the news, it's someone being racist, homophobic, someone fucking sexually assaulting someone just being a general cock. It's never the good stuff that we see, you know, the hundreds of thousands of dollars donated to charity, and the incredible communities that get built and the lives that get saved, you know. We don't hear about that shit. And obviously it's important to know when a creator is being racist, homophobic, if a sexual assault's occurred, when people are being assholes. We need to know that, and commentary channels are important so that we know who we're supporting. But I would like for the community to be known for more than that, not just the art community, but all of those small communities on YouTube. I think we can represent more than that. So how do we change that? We can't change what's actually getting reported on, you know, because that's outside of our control. People are just going to use to make money, because fucking capitalism, right? But we can go out of our way to put more good into the platform than bad. I think a lot of creators like Shannon, as an example, or Gabby Hanna, I think is a perfect fucking example, are only focused on numbers and money and clicks, and they just fucking suck capitalism's dick all day long. And I think that's why the communities of YouTube is starting to change and starting to be less positive, because it's not just about homegrown content and people sharing what they love. I think that is, you know, no, I don't think many people start YouTube channels with the sole idea of making money. I think they do it because they love it too, but in the end that gets wiped out. Currently, I work as a freelance digital marketer, so I have some insight and, like, you know, thoughts on how this works. I understand how it goes. I understand how the algorithms work and why they work the way they do. And I'm telling you, we can manipulate that motherfucker right back. Like, if all of us who love this community or any of the communities on YouTube just started making our own channels, you know, the way I've decided to do right now, and making content just for the love of it instead of the money, we can shift the entire atmosphere and what this platform is actually valuing. If you've been thinking about making a channel and the recent events have put you off, I'm telling you, those recent events are exactly why you should make the channel. You should say, I don't like that kind of content. That kind of content I don't think represents YouTube or the community. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to show you what it should be represented by. I'm going to show you what I think this platform is, and I want to represent it, you know. There's space for literally everyone. There's literally space for everyone. So just do it. Just do it. We would love to have you. We would love to have you. And if you've been thinking, nah, fuck that, I'm not starting a channel, that's way too much effort, which is totally fine. Completely get it. Just put your money where your mouth is. Like, if you're complaining and you think that the platform's getting really negative, but then you're clicking on Keemstar's videos to find out what's going on, you're part of the problem. You're contributing to and perpetuating the problem. Like, if you wanna know what Gabby Hanna's fucking 13-part series says, please, God, don't click on her fucking videos. Don't give her the clicks, because that's exactly what she wants, and it's only gonna tell her that it works, and it's only gonna tell Google, hey, when people make really disgusting, outrageous content like this, that's what gets clicks, and that's what gives your advertisers money, so keep showing us that content, keep promoting it. Whereas if people didn't click on those videos, and instead got that information from other channels that you deem valuable, like Philip DeFranco and stuff like that, that you say, oh, I trust that source and I think it's a valuable source and they put effort and time into it and they deserve to be promoted, click those videos, watch those videos. And I know that sounds so self-explanatory, because you would think, right, well, if I'm choosing to consume content, clearly I'm watching content I like, but I don't know that that's always the case. I think a lot of people hate watch, and I'm just as guilty. I'm sure I am guilty of doing it. Like, I think people can find it hard to recognize when they are just hate watching something. But if you look at a title and you think, oh, I'm ready to fight someone based off of this title, don't click on it, because Google values what we value. So in the same way that nowadays, people are choosing to put their money where their mouth is where it comes to sustainability and the type of products you buy and how much plastic you're using, you might think to yourself, I'm not gonna, even though I really like those apples, I'm not gonna buy them because they're covered in plastic, and I could get these ones that are in a paper bag. Unfortunately, I think we're at the point with YouTube where we need to start seeing it in that same way, and we need to be thoughtful consumers when it comes to the content we consume, and we need to put our money where our mouth is and support the channels that we really want to see do well, and subscribe to those smaller channels you find, and say, you know, leave a comment, leave a like, interact, be a part of the community, and tell Google this is good content. It's waiting for signals from customers all the time. That's how it works. It wants to know what you want to see. So every time you click on a video, you are affecting the entire algorithm, which is, you know, it seems like a lot of responsibility. It's not, because there's hundreds of thousands of people, I mean, millions of people using it every day, but it all adds up, and you can make more of a difference than you would think just by making those choices a little bit more intelligently. But yeah, that's just my onion, to be completely honest. That's just my opinion on the situation. You can do what you like, I don't really care, you know. I have no stakes in the game, realistically. If YouTube ends up continuing down this path and it's not a place that I want to be, then it's not a place that I want to be, and I can make that choice for myself. But if there are people out there who have been thinking, I don't want the YouTube community to be this way, but I don't know where to start, maybe that's something you can bear in mind. You know, you can start making those consumer-like choices when it comes to the content you're clicking on YouTube, because that's how it works. If you made it this far, oh my God, thank you. Please leave a comment and let me know if you agree with what I said, or if you thought it was useful, or whether you've got a completely different opinion, because I would love to know. I would love to start, you know, a chat and a little debate going on in the comments. And yeah, this actual channel, what the fuck is it gonna be? Jesus, I don't really know. I think I'm kind of going for a kind of internet historian vibe, you know, incognito mode vibe, where it's just on random topics, deep dives into random topics that aren't that serious, aren't necessarily, you know, I don't know if you can tell from this, I just ramble. So it's not like I'm going to be making, you know, Psych IRL level researched content or Philip DeFranco level researched content. I'm just going to be talking about stuff I'm interested in, and it's not going to be that serious. I know what the next video is going to be on. I think I might do it on some of my favorite anime and the best animes to like get into as a beginner versus like when you're a bit more adjusted to anime, because I could talk for hours about it. Hours, there's so many good ones. But I've also been trying to get sort of some ideas together on a more serious topic, which is mental health services in the UK, because I've been trying to get a diagnosis since I was 16 and I'm now 23. So yeah, that tells you everything you need to know. And I guess it depends whether I feel like ruining my day or not that day. But yeah, I think the content in general is going to be a general balance of like fun piss-takey content and a couple of more serious topics thrown in there that I think need talking about in a way that's actually consumable for people. Yeah, so if you like my voice, if you like my art, my opinions, or any combination of the lot, drop a like, subscribe, leave me a little comment so I can say hi to you, because it would be nice to know that you guys actually exist, because I don't know that you do yet. This is crazy. But I'll see you soon.